Hey, it's Annaliese here, and I feel like I'm on a conveyor belt of ANTM content at the moment. Feel free to go and check out some of my previous recap videos. But then again, maybe fashion inspiration is your thing. You can also take a look at some of my outfit check videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So today I'm reacting to the Dorchester challenge. So this is episode 8. It's another real life challenge where we get to book some jobs. Martin Lindstrom was in our Tyramel, and I was just thinking, oh gosh, what traumatic or racist experience am I about to have? But he basically said that the challenge was going to be about presenting yourself, so I was all good. I should also note that before the Tyramel, Ebony and Annaliese were analysing Sophie's best photo, you know, like it was up on the screen in the mansion from the Estelle shoot. And they were basically saying that her makeup helped her look so good. They were saying that her makeup helped her look more smizey. Yeah, I was actually really surprised to see that. And I think that is the start of where Annaliese started kind of hating on Sophie. So I'm kicking off from arriving at the Beverly Hills Hotel. This entrance shot is actually quite funny because they made us do it 3 times. The first time, we're a little bit lackluster, maybe not quite so excited. The second time, we were like doing cartwheels and backflips and jumping and whooping. And then the third time is the one that you guys see, which was kind of in the middle.
Welcome to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
We arrive at the famed Beverly Hills Hotel. Everything is so elegant and extravagant. I can't afford this hotel. It looks like a different time period.
Nice place, right?
Yeah.
So we were out by the pool with Kelly Catrone, who is definitely not my biggest fan.
This is a fierce leader. This is a confused leader.
I don't even think she wants to like me.
You guys, welcome to the Beverly Hills Hotel. This is one of my favorite hotels in the whole wide world, and it's home to the fashion elite. It's one of the most internationally renowned and celebrated hotels in the world, and it's owned by the Dorchester Collection. Tonight, you are going to be seen by some of the fashion world's most powerful and iconic people, because you're about to get the opportunity to open a fashion show.
Yay, catwalk, I got this.
To open a show would be amazing. We had a big casting in Toronto. That was probably the most important challenge we had because that was the real world. But to open their show, this is major.
The Dorchester Collection Fashion Prize is one of the most prestigious awards given to a designer, but it's also a fantastic opportunity for you, the models, to be seen by fashion's elite.
The 4 designers you are about to meet will stage a runway show in front of an audience, plus the esteemed panel of judges. It includes Georgina Chapman and Karen Craig, who create Marchesa, and Francisco Costa, creative director of Calvin Klein Collection.
Francisco Costa. This is huge. This hasn't been done on Top Model. This is massive.
At the end of the show, one of the designers will win $40,000, plus the opportunity for the designers to display their collection during Paris Fashion Week.
Designers! Their future rests in your hands. And if you open for the designer who wins tonight's show, you'll get a free trip to one of the 9 Dorchester Collection hotels located around the world.
We get to spend 2 nights in one of the Dorchester hotels. There's like 9 all around the world, and they're stunning.
This is a great opportunity and platform for each of you. Even if you don't get the opportunity to be picked to open, you're still going to be in the show.
I have to prove myself because when we were in Canada, I didn't book any shows, so I have to really make sure I stand out on my catwalk.
Okay, let's get started.
So it's about being booked to open a show.
This is going to be a kind of a boy. I love it.
So, designers are standing there and we've got to walk for them. Kelly, a mentor, is right there. But to be honest, my main focus is just getting cast to open a show.
Try to put your shoulders back and really exude, yeah. That's great.
We have a jewelry collection. It's all handmade in Mexico City, where we're from. We definitely feel that it's important for the models to do well tonight for us because they are the ones that ultimately are showcasing the jewelry.
She's beautiful. I feel that if something happens to the model on the runway, you lose the entire look.
Are you okay?
What do? I stack it. I just crumble.
See, Kat was such a good catwalker. Catwalker, but she was great at it on Britain's Next Top Model. I think her hair and like the lack of dye in it really affected her confidence and it made her quite nervous.
Catherine seems a little bit maybe nervous walking down the runway.
Please book me. I promise I won't actually do this in the show.
Next designer.
Hi. Hello. I would like to start with Sophie.
Of course.
And to try on your first look. Our collection is inspired by vintage 1960s, nostalgic sort of spirit. To be the opening girl for us, they're gonna have to have a little personality.
I think Sophie had this, hands down.
Ebony, she was just like... It was almost like robots on Oxycontin.
Kelly had to focus her hate somewhere else.
Basically, in terms of walking, just keep it, you know, super straight, super clean, kind of clean slate for the clothing. The clothing is very graphic.
I think this is the one I booked, Julie and Louis.
Annaliese, she's incredibly elegant and very sophisticated and very refined looking. I think she has a lot of potential.
1, 2, 3. Okay, and Snake, finale? Don't look so serious, Laura. It's not the end of the world. It's only fashion. Nice.
Beautiful.
So I'm Siki, and I used to live in England.
Did you?
Yeah, in Oxford.
Oh, so cool.
Oh, really?
Oxford, yeah. I went to Headington Girls' School for a bit.
Oh, really?
Massive one. That's so weird.
I'm seeing a lot of fakery going on, and I'm not liking it, because I'm not a fake person. Stop overacting. This ain't acting class. Act like yourself.
We can start to see Alicia's unappreciation for Sophie. I mean, I get it, she was doing annoyingly well, but to say that she was fake because she kind of bonded over the designer over Oxford, I don't think's right. However, now that I think about it, that diary room clip of Alicia might actually be referring to a different situation. Oh no.
A little faster. The collection I will be showing is a menswear collection. It's very important and vital that the models really feel the vibe of my clothes.
The vibe.
Can you try not to move your hands like this?
She's like walking down the catwalk with arms like this and eyes like that. And then she licks her lips. It's really weird.
I mean, she is quite stompy looking, right?
I think they all need to step it up. We did not have what I call a slayer. You know, a slayer is just somebody who comes down the catwalk and they just bam. I didn't see a bam.
Even if there was a bam, she wouldn't have said that she saw a bam. I think I won Kelly over just a little bit on this challenge. She was obviously around all day and was like watching our every move. She actually made some comments on my piercings, and I think that actually made her change her opinion of me slightly.
Based on what I saw, I thought we should probably spend a few minutes together. Ebony, it's like your face was really fierce when you were walking. You were like, really try to keep your face relaxed. Catherine, I probably produced over 700 fashion shows, easy, maybe 1,000. I've only had one girl ever fall on a catwalk. Make sure if you have an issue with your shoe, it's too big, your foot's coming out of it, you don't know how to walk in it, you better let the designer know before you go out and stumble in front of all of LA.
Kelly Catrone, I respect her because she knows what she's talking about. But the fact that I know I can do better and I didn't is just my own fault.
Simone, your walk is not happening. You're like a big arm swinger. Like you can't be swinging the arms.
Kelly Catrone, that is a lot of crap. I'm just not too happy.
I'll be around. I'll be coming to check on you. Don't disappoint us.
Simone, she's a very defensive person, and she can get in really, really bad moods.
I feel sick. I feel like throwing up. I'm not like every other female in this house. I'm trying to go to bed.
I think eventually her attitude could get her in trouble.
I know my walk isn't on point because I've never modeled before. But that's what I'm trying, that's why I'm working on it.
If you're walking around with this damn mood and people who are really influential see it, they're not gonna wanna work with you.
When I go in there and every time I do my castings, it's not like I'm sitting there and I'm pissed off and I walk in there.
But you know
right
what,
now,
Simone,
at the moment,
your mood right now is reminding me of Toronto.
Yeah.
Sitting sulking in the corner won't help.
Simone, she's hard work.
Kind of just in my mode right now.
See, there we go. Simone's horrible attitude raising its ugly head again. But I don't think I've made this clear in my previous videos. Me and Simone got on really well. I would actually say that she was one of my favorite Americans. I think that people forget that she was only 19. She was like a baby. Obviously, as she said, she'd never modeled before. And I think just putting on a strop is something that she did. But I'll tell you what, I bet Simone is not like that anymore. I bet her attitude doesn't stink now that she's a grown woman.
Okay, you guys, listen up. I'm gonna go through your shows with you really quick and let you know who's booked what and what shows you're doing.
So it's a bit nerve-wracking. To open the show for a designer is like a really amazing opportunity.
Alicia?
Yep.
You're gonna be opening for Andranine, okay?
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah. Andranine chooses me to open their show. I'm not gonna let it bypass me, and I'm not going to slip, and I'm not gonna be weak. I need to make sure that this goes well.
Annaliese, you are opening Julie and Louis.
Yes. Thank you. I have no words to explain how excited I am that I get to open his show. And I also want to show that I'm not going to box myself anymore. I've always said, oh, I'm a commercial model.
I am a commercial model.
I can actually pull out some high fashion looks.
Sophie, you'll be opening too. You'll be opening CKM. And you'll also be opening Giulietta.
So important for me to do well today. When I was growing up, I was like a really gawky girl, and I was definitely not attractive. I've been wanting this for so long.
So that means the contenders are Alicia, Annaliese, and Sophie.
I'm a contender!
These designers have $40,000 riding on the opening looks. And for those of you who didn't get picked to open for a designer, you will still be walking in the shows.
Good that you still get to walk.
I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get chose to open any of the shows, but I'm still excited because these people have a lot of influence in the fashion world, and so I think it's really important for me to do well today and set a good impression.
When the judges walked in, I knew who these people were. They make supermodels.
We've got Giovanna Battaglia, W Magazine's editor.
Derek Blasberg, who's an author and editor.
Elizabeth Salzman from Vanity Fair.
Georgina Chapman and Karen Craig from Marchesa.
Francisco Costa, Women's Creative Director of Calvin Klein.
It is like the fashion mafia. I feel like a stiletto is gonna be thrown in my head or something, if I don't do well.
When you're casting a model, is personality maybe a little bit more important than looks?
I think it's combined. It's not so much the personality per se, but it's more of the character that would fit,
You really need to feel confident who you are. You've got to put aside all your insecurities, and it's really about owning your look, and that's going to make people look at the clothing.
I can't stress how big this is. They will make us if they like us.
Her shoes aren't fitting.
Simone's shoes aren't fitting.
This was literally one of the most slippiest runways I've ever walked on, ever. Also the shoes, really high, very unusual, very uncomfortable.
There's a huge amount of important people in the crowd, and it kind of makes me nervous because you don't want to mess it up for your designer because that's their whole reputation. But when I get in the clothes, I kind of just change into the character of what I've been given, and I just forget that all those important people are sitting there, and I just get on with it.
Alicia definitely lived up to our expectations.
She had that sort of strength and femininity that we look for and that our jewelry sort of aims to bring out, so it was great.
I'm sorry, but Simone looks like she's going to the supermarket and her car's on the meter running out of time outside.
That was a bit stressful. I was like, oh my God, I fell over in rehearsal. Please don't fall over in real life. But after I walked the first show, then I realised it was okay.
Ready for Sophie, for Kiki.
I'm surprising myself in this competition, to be honest. I'm a lot more confident in that I'm giving a Sophie strap.
Yeah, it is this look right here that got Sophie signed to a top agency after Britain's Next Top Model.
Sophie was very dynamic, and I believe she can be a world-class model.
Sophie, Laura, Catherine, great.
I was the girl to open 2 shows, so going into judging, I hope Kelly brings up how many shows I've
Like
done.
she wasn't going to mention it. People are scoring out here, babe.
The models are definitely very important for the show, and Sophie has a little bit of the 60s sort of twiggy look to her.
Gorgeous. The models are the ones that bring the collection to life. So at the end of the day, it does come down to them.
Oh gosh, those shoes were so hard to walk in.
Annaliese kind of haunts me, but I have to say that today, Annaliese actually did really, really well.
I'm slowly but surely pulling her over to my side.
Even though Sophie actually opened for 2 designers, it was Annaliese who won the Dorchester Prize, which meant that Annaliese, being their opening model, actually won the prize and the challenge that week. Now, I think this was a great challenge for me. There was only 7 of us, and I was one of 3 to actually book to open a show. I think that kind of gave me a lot of extra confidence when it came going into the photo shoot, which was actually the Hello Kitty situation. And yes, I'm definitely going to do a recap video on that photo shoot, probably going into the elimination as well. Do you like my nails? They're actually really simple, elegant touch press-ons. I'm thinking about doing a video about that, so let me know if you want to see it below. As always, thank you so much for supporting. Please do subscribe to my channel and give me a follow on Instagram. You can also check out some of my other videos. I just did a hair video since lots of you were asking me about it, a casting hair video, so you can take a look at that along with my others as well. Let me know what else you'd like to see, and I will see you next time.